Good afternoon, students. This is lecture number 2 of work, power and energy. As I told you in the previous class, I am going to split up this chapter in two parts. The first part is going to be work, power and energy. 80 to 90% of this will be done in 3 lectures. Right? Remaining part of this plus collisions, lecture number 4 onwards. Now, last time this was the homework given to you all. Please check on the right side. I have written the homework which was assigned to you. So first I will be taking up the doubts of this. Don't compromise in any single question, please. Any single question. Last time also I told you, okay, in your notes you will see some notes, some one-liners. Those one-liners are also very beautiful MCQs. Secondly, as I told you, this chapter is very, very useful in other chapters like electrostatics, magnetism, rotational motion, gravitation, because there you are going to have concept of electrostatic potential, electrostatic work done, magnetic work done, gravitational work done, gravitational potential, and so very useful. So first we start with the doubts. Okay, one by one. Assignment number 1. Amongst questions 1, 2 and 3. Anybody, any doubt? Do not compromise please anywhere, because your next time ka homework is exactly based on this for more and more practice. यहाँ पे जो मैंने लिखा है ना वो नहीं करना है. इधर मैंने लिखा है you have to solve practice paper 1 all the questions except this one. Means you are not going to solve this, rest all you are going to solve. Right? So remember ये जो मैंने लिखा है वो नहीं करना है, उसके अलावा सब कुछ करना है. Back to doubts of the day. Between 7 to 10, anybody, anything? 8th one. Between 7 to 10, 8th one. Between 7 to 10, 8th one. Between 7 to 10, 8th one. Okay. Remember, last time, if you check page-wise, I have taught you all these pages. Page-wise, I have taught you page 1, 2, 3, 4 was on hold, 5 is taught, 6th is taught, 7th का only first paragraph is taught. राइट उसके बाद में 7th पेज पे आ जाओ सब लोग. देखो पोटेंशियल एनर्जी है. राइट आर यू ऑन 8th पेज? पेज नंबर 8 का आर्टिकल सी मैंने सिखा दिया था लास्ट में. पेज नंबर 8 चेक करो. ऑलरेडी ये आर्टिकल में ऑसिलेशन में सिखा चुका हूं ऑलरेडी. व्हाट इज पोटेंशियल एनर्जी stored in a spring? Come on, what is the formula? Is it half k x square? Is it also f square upon 2k? From this formula we got two results, and from this formula also we got two results. The first result, potential energy is directly proportional to k provided extension या तो compression is kept constant. Potential energy is directly proportional to x square provided you don't change the spring. That means you don't change the material. Next is potential energy is inversely proportional to k provided force is kept constant. And finally, potential energy is directly proportional to force square provided spring is not changed. Yes or no? ये ऑलरेडी हम लोग कर चुके हैं कि नहीं? ऑसिलेशन में मैंने जानबूझ के एक आध लेक्चर एक्स्ट्रा स्पेंड किया था, बिकॉज आई न्यू कि लेटर इन वर्क पावर एनर्जी द सेम आर्टिकल इज गोइंग टू कम, सो वी डोंट नीड टू वेस्ट टाइम ऑन दिस. 8C टिक करो. पेज नंबर 8 आर्टिकल सी टिक करो. डायग्राम के लेफ्ट साइड में देखो आर्टिकल पेज 8C लेफ्ट साइड में देखो. डू यू सी दिस फॉर्मूला? हाफ के एक्स स्क्वायर, के इज फोर्स कांस्टेंट या तो स्प्रिंग कांस्टेंट और स्टीफनेस कांस्टेंट. डायग्राम के राइट साइड में देखो ये फॉर्मूला दिख रहा है. अभी टाइटल में लिखो, 8C का टाइटल में लिखो ऑलरेडी टॉट इन द चैप्टर ऑसिलेशन. ऑलरेडी टॉट इन द चैप्टर ऑसिलेशन. ओके, सो नाउ एवरीबॉडी, assignment number 1, question number 8 is your doubt. Assignment number 1, question number 8 is your doubt, which says when the spring is stretched by 2 centimeters, it stores energy 100 joule. If it is stretched further by 2 centimeters, further is important. That means what is the new stretching now? 4 centimeters. Apply common sense, students. If x1 was 2 centimeter, energy stored in the spring was 100 joule. Right? Now the extension is not 2, it is 4. Further by 2. So what is the new potential energy? Question number 1. उन्होंने न्यू पोटेंशियल एनर्जी नहीं पूछा है, ध्यान से पढ़ो. उन्होंने चेंज इन पोटेंशियल एनर्जी पूछा है. राइट स्टूडेंट्स, डू यू एग्री विथ मी? Potential energy is half k x square. That means potential energy is proportional to x square. So new potential energy upon old potential energy is new value of x upon old value of x times square. So new potential energy upon 100 is 4 by 2 ka square. That means new potential energy is 100 times 4. Right? I am sure option में ये भी दिया होगा. मतलब स्टूडेंट यहाँ तक परफेक्ट करके भी गलती कर सकता है. Right? Mind you, it was not new potential energy which was asked. It was change in potential energy. So is it 300 joule? Is it 300 joule? तो जिसका डाउट क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 था, here is the solution. I am waiting for you. Copy. इसको बेटा आप लोग ऐसे भी कर सकते हो. W is equal to half k bracket x2 square minus x1. वैसे भी, where x2 is double of x1. कॉन्सेप्चुअली राइट होना चाहिए, मेथड कोई भी यूज करो. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 समझा बेटा सबको? 7 to 10 में और कुछ? 7 to 10 में और कुछ? एनीबॉडी? श्योर? 13th क्वेश्चन. एनीबॉडी? 13th क्वेश्चन. अप्रोक्सीमेटली कितना टाइम लगा बेटा ये होमवर्क करने को? माई होमवर्क इज ऑलवेज, यू नो, आई विल नेवर गिव यू डोंकी वर्क. ये 5 बार लिख के आओ, ये 3 बार लिख के आओ. दैट डज नॉट मेक सेंस. Whenever formula are taught to you, whenever synopses are taught to you, make them very very strong and spend maximum time on solving as many MCQs as possible. Because more the number of MCQs you see, more the types you will come across. Okay, what type of questions they can ask. Okay, I repeat. Anything in anybody 13th question? Anybody 16th question? Sure. Between 19 to 22, anything? I repeat, between 19 to 22, anything? अब ध्यान से सुनो बेटा, मैंने 3 रेड कलर से नंबर्स लिखे हैं. 17, 23 and 24. ये मैंने दिया नहीं था, right? But in all the batches, I got little extra time at the end. About 10 minutes. So I thought let us go ahead with some questions. All these 3 questions are very very good questions. You will not start with me, please. Try to understand the question first. I will explain complete problem, then you copy. Question number 17. All these questions are important also and tricky also. So be careful. A running man is having kinetic energy which is half the kinetic energy of a boy. And the mass of the boy is half the mass of the man. You know that lighter things can go fast, heavier things go slow, right? Bullet is very small, but when it is fired with the help of a rifle or a gun, it goes very very fast, more than speed of sound, right? So over here, they have said that the comparison is between boy and a man. Don't start with me, please. Man, boy. The question is about kinetic energy. So for kinetic energy, I need 2 things. Mass and velocity. Yes or no? Suppose mass of the man is capital M and velocity of the man is capital V. Mass of the boy is small m and velocity of the boy is small v. As per the first sentence, how will I write the mathematical equation? As per the first sentence, kinetic energy of the man is half the kinetic energy of the boy. Yes or no? Half the kinetic energy of the boy. That means half mv square is equal to half mv square. Right? Now sometimes students write this chota n as bada n by 2 because it is given. But frankly speaking, it is not required because anyways ratio में वो होने वाला है. Let us call this as equation 1. Now apply common sense. Right now the man is having energy less than the boy. If the man wants to come at par with the boy, energy wise, what is the only thing he can do? Increase the velocity because mass cannot be changed. Yes or no? That is what he is doing in the second sentence. Check. In second sentence, what are they saying? The man is increasing the speed by 1 meter per second. That means now, as per the second sentence, half m v plus 1 the whole square becomes half chota m chota v square. Because now the kinetic energy of the man and the kinetic energy of the boy match. Let us call this as equation 2. Let us call this as equation 2. They have asked me capital V is small v. Capital V. So I can get rid of small v. I can get rid of small v. I will take the ratio. Equation 2 upon equation 1 will give me equation 2 upon equation 1. So half m gone. V plus 1 upon V the whole square. Mind you is 2, not half. Because half mv square upon 1/4 mv square. So it is half upon 1/4. छोटा mistake किया तो गए काम से. Right? Take the square root. So what will you get? V plus 1 upon V is equal to root 2. Cross multiply. V plus 1 is root 2 times V. Right? Therefore, 1 is equal to V common root 2 minus 1. And therefore, velocity of the man is 1 upon root 2 minus 1 meter per second. समझा? Wait please. Wait. If I want to keep the same question and if I want to change the options, can I also write this as? They may give me option like this also. V is equal to root 2 plus 1. Any idea क्या किया होगा मैंने? Multiply and divide by root 2 plus 1. Very good. और ज्यादा better options पूछने हैं. Suppose और ज्यादा better options पूछने हैं. Then I may do this also. I will keep the same question, right? But I will set the better options as this. Velocity of the man is 0.71, then 0.41, 1.41, 2.41. Yes. 0.71 is 1 by root 2. 1.41 is only root 2. This is root 2 plus 1. And this is root 2 minus 1. So my answer is this. So I suggest, ये भी लिख के रखना. What you can do is, on the question वाला page, at the top, you can write better options for 17th question. Question एकदम same, but I will change the options. Before you copy, please let me know. Repetition required? Comfortable with the speed? ये जितने भी questions मैं कर रहा हूँ ना अभी 17, 23, 24, mark all of them star for please. FAQs and little tricky. You have to be careful. Shall I rub up to equation number 1? Up to this? Everyone? Up to this? Done now? Question number 23. Another very good question. A force applied by the engine of a train of mass 2.05 into 10 to 6 kilogram changes its velocity from 5 meters per second to 25 meters per second. In 5 minutes, mass of the train 2.05 into 10 to the power 6 kilogram, 2.05 million kilogram. Initial velocity is 5 meters per second. Final velocity is 25 meters per second. Time taken is 5 minutes, means 300 seconds because minutes is not allowed. You are expected to find out the power of the engine. Now here I strongly insist, don't just write the symbol. I strongly insist for this chapter you write the physical quantity also, because in the same chapter P is going to stand for momentum also. Today itself we are going to see that, and even pressure. In the same chapter you have got some questions related to heart. That what is the power of human heart if it is pumping blood at the rate of 1 cubic centimeter for so and so time. So accordingly we can find out what is the power of the heart, because power behaves like a machine for human body, supplying blood to different organs. So it is used for power, it is used for momentum, it is used for pressure also. So here I insist that don't just write the symbol. Anyways, what is the meaning of power, students? Is it work upon time? Last lecture में बेटा work energy theorem किया था. So what is the meaning of work? Change in kinetic energy upon time. So this is final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy upon time. So this is half. Mass of the train is 2.05 into 10 to the power 6. Velocity direct लिख रहा हूँ मैं. Final velocity का square is 625. Initial velocity का square is 25. Time is 300 seconds. Yes or no? 1, 2, and 3. Gone. That means your answer is 2.05 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Your answer is 2.05 into 10 to the power 6 watt. Or else 2.05 megawatt. Correct? Are we on question number 24? Are we now on question number 24?
Yes.
Done 23rd, everyone? Another very beautiful question. Concentrate. An engine pump is used to pump a liquid of density rho continuously through a pipe of cross-sectional area A. If the speed of the flow of the liquid in the pipe is V, then the rate at which the kinetic energy is being imparted. Can you say rate of kinetic energy is as good as rate of work? मतलब power of the motor पूछा है. It is something like this. This is a 14-story building, for example. So on the terrace there will be water tank, and water is supplied from there to all the offices, right? But if more number of offices are there, then it is not possible to have enough of water storage at the top. That means we have ground tanks also which are underground. Now, if water has to flow from the terrace to the lower part, then it is easy. You just have to open the tap. Yes or no? But if water has to be taken from the ground to the 7th floor, 8th floor, 9th floor, that means you have to do work against gravity. That means you need a pump for that, right? Motor. So question number 24. Suppose this is that pipe. Suppose this is that pipe, and this is connected to a motor or engine, whatever you say. Right? Cross-sectional area of the pipe is A. Length is suppose L. The density of the liquid inside is say rho. Right? You are expected to find out rate of kinetic energy. Okay? And the liquid is flowing with the speed V. That is what they have said. What is the meaning of rate of kinetic energy? Is it kinetic energy upon time? Right? So what is kinetic energy upon time? Is it half mv square upon time? Now in all options I don't see n. And in all options I see rho. That means I want to get rid of n and I want to get into picture rho. So is it half? Rho v, mass is density into volume. Chota v square upon t. I don't see volume also. Can I say volume is area into length? Volume is area into length into v square upon t. Length upon time is like distance covered by the liquid upon time, which is the speed of the liquid. So is it half rho a v square? Yes or no? So finally your answer is half rho a v. Why this question is risky, you know? जब स्टूडेंट के एग्जाम में कुछ क्लिक नहीं होता है ना, एक हल्का सा याद होता है काइनेटिक एनर्जी हाफ एम स्क्वायर. अब यो एम किधर गया, किधर से क्या आया मालूम नहीं, और या तो हो सकता है आपके पास सिर्फ 10 सेकंड बचे और आपको उसमें आंसर क्रैक करना है. तो स्टूडेंट लॉजिक क्या आपने कहा, कुछ तो नहीं मालूम लेकिन वो v स्क्वायर था, राइट? और सबसे पहला ऑप्शन स्टूडेंट ये डिस्कार्ड करता है क्योंकि v क्यूब तो हो ही नहीं सकता और आंसर वही होता है. दैट्स व्हाई वी केयरफुल. हाँ, तो उसमें मैं बैंड बजा सकता हूँ ना. मैं ऑप्शंस दूंगा रो ए वी क्यूब, हाफ रो ए वी क्यूब, 1/4 रो ए वी क्यूब, 1/8 रो ए वी क्यूब.
मालूम है ना.
हाँ, तो फिर तो वेलोसिटी स्क्वायर ही आना चाहिए था. तेरे से ये एक्सपेक्टेशन. दिस इज नॉट यू. कंपनी मैटर्स. You, हाँ. ए आई डब्ल्यू इट. ओ प्रीवियस था ना, ठीक. So have you understood all three MCQs?
यार अगर ये क्वेश्चन में डायमेंशन भी चेक किए और हमको हाफ तो मालूम है काइनेटिक एनर्जी से, तो ऐसे ही आंसर दे सकते हैं.
चलेगा ना. डायमेंशनली मैंने बोला अगर मुझे डायमेंशनली बैंड बजानी है तो बजा सकता हूँ, मैं ये बोला.
हाँ, बट अगर डायमेंशन हमने देख लिए तो क्यूब तो हमें मालूम पड़ गया डायमेंशन से.
अभी मैं ऐसे दो ऑप्शन दूंगा तो रो ए वी क्यूब एंड हाफ रो ए वी क्यूब.
तो हमें हाफ तो मालूम है ना काइनेटिक एनर्जी.
जरूरी नहीं है. देयर आर प्रॉब्लम्स वेयर योर आंसर विल कम इन mv स्क्वायर, नॉट हाफ mv स्क्वायर. प्रूव करूंगा मैं यही चैप्टर में. प्रैक्टिस पेपर में है वो क्वेश्चन, क्योंकि मुझे मालूम है ना तुम लोग कहाँ मैनिपुलेट कर सकते हो. तो मैनिपुलेशन इज अ स्मार्ट क्वेश्चन. Yes. This is what is happening in your body. This is your heart. This is your artery. This is happening in your body. क्या नहीं समझा बेटा? वॉल्यूम नहीं समझा? वॉल्यूम इज एरिया इक्वल लेंथ। एक मिनट, ये पाइप सिलिंड्रिकल है, चल ऐसे ले लेते हैं। व्हाट इज वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ सिलिंडर? पाई आर स्क्वायर एच, वेयर पाई आर स्क्वायर इज क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया एंड एच इज द लेंथ। वॉल्यूम का डायमेंशन क्या है? मीटर क्यूब। एरिया का डायमेंशन क्या है? मीटर स्क्वायर। लेंथ का डायमेंशन क्या है? मीटर। सो वॉल्यूम इज एरिया इक्वल लेंथ। Okay, now we are on assignment number 2. Between 1 and 4, any doubt? Anybody? Assignment number 2. Sorry. Assignment number 2. Between questions 1 and 4, anybody? Any doubt? Sorry. I repeat, between 1 and 4, any doubt, anybody? Sure. Between 6 and 10, any doubt? Between 6 and 10, 10. 7th also. Okay. 7th and 10th. Question 7. A particle is acted upon by a force of constant magnitude, underline constant magnitude. If force is constant magnitude, that means acceleration also is of constant magnitude, which is always perpendicular to the velocity. Now this part is very important. If force is perpendicular to velocity, इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि बेटा पाथ स्ट्रेट लाइन नहीं हो सकता है। पाथ का होगा या तो सर्कल होगा। याद करो, this is velocity vector and this is centripetal force vector. Whether it is CM or UCM, centripetal force is compulsory. इसका मतलब मेरा आंसर फोर्थ ऑप्शन नहीं हो सकता। इन दिस क्वेश्चन rather than finding out the correct option, I will search for why other options are wrong. So my answer cannot be fourth one, because in fourth one they say particle moves in a straight line. Why my answers cannot be 1 and 2? लास्ट लेक्चर में मैंने यही एग्जांपल दिया था। नीट 2024 में स्टूडेंट्स यही गलती करके आए। उन्होंने बोला कि ये वेक्टर कांस्टेंट वेक्टर है। How is it possible? Direction keeps changing. So my answers cannot be 1 and 2. My answers cannot be 1 and 2 also. Reason? Directions keep changing. Directions keep changing. My third option is kinetic energy, which is a scalar. It has got nothing to do with direction. Right? So my answer is third option. My answer is third option. It was a good question. Way of asking was good. Normally नीट के पेपर में ऐसा होता है कि out of 45, about 37-38 questions are problems. 7 to 8 questions here. But in NEET 2024, there are about 10 to 11 questions which were here.
So here, can we do like power is equal to this F cos 90? So power is
Work
zero.
done. The work done is zero. The change in kinetic energy will be
हाँ
zero.
चलेगा। You can use work energy theorem. चल। और कौन सा क्वेश्चन चाहिए था? 10. 10. ये बेटा अभी जो प्रीवियस असाइनमेंट किया था वैसा ही चेक करो। द पोटेंशियल एनर्जी ऑफ अ सर्टेन स्प्रिंग। याद है अभी हम लोगों ने आज पहला वाला क्वेश्चन किया कि x1 was 2 centimeter, energy was 100 joule. If it is further stretched by 2 centimeters, then what is the energy? Is it similar therefore? पहले एक्सटेंशन दिया है s, एनर्जी कितना है? एनर्जी 10 जूल। बाद में एक्सटेंशन होना चाहिए ट्वाइस s, तो एनर्जी कितना होना चाहिए? ये क्वेश्चन नहीं है, डेल्टा ईपी है, बराबर? नाउ कैन आई से डेल्टा सॉरी ईपी डिपेंड्स ऑन x स्क्वायर। Since x2 is double of x1, that means EP2 is 4 times EP1.
But 40 minus.
Right? तो ये तो 4 times नया एनर्जी हुआ. That means delta EP should be 3 times original. So my answer is 3 times. 3 times original, that means
30.
30 joule. हाँ कर सकते हो because at this s depends on this. Perfect. You can use that concept of 1:3:5:7 वाला ratio also. Perfect. Very good. So there was 7th and 10th. Any doubt between 11 and 14? I repeat, any doubt between 11 and 14? Anybody? Somebody said 11? 11. बहुत इजी है बेटा, डेरिवेटिव 11 जिसको नहीं आया. Do we know dw is equal to f dx? Therefore w is integral dw is integral f dx. X का वैल्यूज दिया होगा from something to something. X is equal to 0 to x is equal to 5. अभी f का इक्वेशन दिया है. What is f का इक्वेशन? 7 minus 2x plus 3x square, right? Times dx. याद करो बेटा, मैंने कल बोला था इंटीग्रल ऑफ सम इज सम ऑफ इंटीग्रल. सो इज इट इंटीग्रल 7 dx माइनस 2 बाहर आया इंटीग्रल x dx. तो फिर तो इसमें भी मैं 7 बाहर ले सकता हूं, प्लस 3 बाहर आया इंटीग्रल x square dx in going from 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5, right? 7 as it is. What is integral dx? X, right? Minus 2 as it is. What is integral x dx? X square by 2 plus 3 as it is. X cube by 3, right? 0 to 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5. 2 cancel, 3 cancel. So this is 7 times 5 minus 0, so 5. Minus 5 square minus 0 square, so 5 square. Plus 125. That means my answer should be 135. My answer should be 135. जिनको 11th क्वेश्चन नहीं आया था, wait please. अगर मुझे ये सेम क्वेश्चन पावर के टर्म्स में पूछना है तो मैं ऐसे पूछ सकता हूँ ना. एनालॉजिकली मैं इक्वेशन ऐसे भी पूछ सकता हूँ, dw will be p dt. तो फिर मैं आपको पावर का इक्वेशन दूंगा एंड दैट इक्वेशन विल बी इन टर्म्स ऑफ t. सोचो, यहां पे भी मैंने वर्क पूछा है, यहां पे भी मैं वर्क पूछ रहा हूं. बिकॉज इट इज dx, माय इक्वेशन इज इन टर्म्स ऑफ x. बिकॉज इट इज dt, आई विल गिव यू इक्वेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ t. गॉट इट? स्पेस इक्वेशन, टाइम इक्वेशन. जिनको 11th नहीं आया था, कॉपी, वेटिंग. ऐसे थोड़ा डायरेक्ट 12 to 14 में कुछ? Anybody? Anything between 12 and 14? (17 to 20). 19. 17. 17. बेटा एकदम ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है, एकदम इजी क्वेश्चन है, लेकिन बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन है. And 17th question can be treated as a general question. It is not necessary that this belongs to work, power and energy. It can belong to Newton's laws of motion, then your normal circular motion chapter, oscillation, because the formula which we are using, it comes everywhere. Kinetic energy is half mv square or momentum square upon twice mass. Now check the data. If the initial momentum was p and the initial kinetic energy was e, the new momentum is increased by 50%. What does this mean? This is p plus half of p. Is it 1.5 p? Then what should be the new kinetic energy? And thereafter, what is the change in kinetic energy? पहले सिर्फ इतना बताओ. क्वेश्चन समझा? क्वेश्चन समझा? Should I use this combination? Because this is the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. What is the relation? Kinetic energy is proportional to momentum square. So new upon old is new upon old का square. That means it is 1.5 का square. That means it is 2.25. Can I write 2.25 as 225%? Because my options are in percent. So can I say new kinetic energy is 225% of old kinetic energy? न्यू पूछा तो ये मेरा आंसर है. So what is delta EK? Is it 125%? Because you have to subtract 1 from there. समझा अच्छे से? इसके क्वेश्चंस में ऑप्शंस में थोड़े चैलेंजिंग बना रहा हूँ. लास्ट ऑप्शन इज 25. Make it 225. Last option is 25. Make it 225. Wait please. Now our technique to correct this kind of questions very fast, orally. If I say this is increased by 40%, 40% बोले तो ये डायरेक्ट 1.4 लिखना है. 30% बोले तो 1.3, 20% बोले तो 1.2, 90% बोले तो 1.9. Yes or no? और बाद में उसका स्क्वायर करेगा. मैं क्वेश्चन चेंज कर रहा हूँ, सोच के आंसर देना. ये 40% है, आंसर क्या है? ये 40 96%. Because this is 1.4 का square, so this is 1.96. That means the new answer is 196%. That means the increment is 96%. चलो, question changed. 20%. 44%. 20% ना, तो ये 1.2 हुआ, तो ये 1.44 हुआ, 144%. इसका मतलब इंक्रीमेंट इज 44%. अब ध्यान से सुनना. इंक्रीज बाय 2%. डायरेक्ट 4%. पावर बिकम्स कोएफिशिएंट. विदिन 5% कर सकते हो ना. इफ दिस इज इंक्रीज बाय 2%, तो ये 1.02 हुआ. अभी मैं 1.02 का स्क्वायर करते बैठूंगा तो कितना टाइम वेस्ट होगा मेरा. मैं डायरेक्ट बोल सकता हूँ इट इज विदिन 5%. So power becomes coefficient. चलो, this is increased by 2%, 3%, 1%, 1%. Exactly. उल्टा. बराबर? अच्छे से समझा बेटा? Sure. अब ध्यान से देखो. 5% के बाद अपना लॉजिक क्यों वर्क नहीं करता है? 1%, 2%, 4%, 10%. Not 20, 21. Not 20, 21. 1.1 का स्क्वायर इज 1.21. और वो लोग ऑप्शन में दोनों देते हैं, 20 भी देते हैं और 21 भी देते हैं. Is that clear? So power becomes coefficient works ideally within 5%. अच्छा क्वेश्चन था बेटा, बहुत अच्छा.
सर वैसे ही 19th में भी वो शॉर्टकट यूज कर सकते हैं, बट तब मैंने वो नहीं किया. मैं नॉर्मल मेथड से करने गई तो नहीं होगा क्या?
बहुत लेजी हो जाएगा बेटा.
हाँ,
If it is
इसीलिए
increased
मैंने
by
calculation नहीं समझा.
0.1%,
हाँ
तो तेरा वो नंबर आएगा 1.001.
हाँ 1000/1001 का रूट आना था.
हाँ,
इसीलिए.
और उसका स्क्वायर रूट लेते जाओगे तो
तो
सिंथेटिकली
अभी
मेथड से.
सम सॉल्व करते वक्त मुझे शॉर्टकट नहीं सूझा, तो
हम्म.
दैट्स हाउ आई डिड इट एंड वो नहीं हो रहा था. बट फिर शॉर्टकट से ही करूँ ना ये वाले से.
हाँ हाँ, तो तूने जो मेथड सीखे उससे भी आ सकता है बेटा.
1000
बट
and
कैलकुलेशंस
100.
आर गोइंग टू बी हॉरिबल.
हाँ,
यस,
वही.
बिकॉज़ इट इज 1001 upon 1000
हाँ भाई.
और उसका स्क्वायर.
हाँ.
हाँ, विदिन 5% हुआ ना, तो
शॉर्टकट.
always use error method. Power becomes coefficient. This was 17. Which other question did you ask? 20. Somebody asked 20. No. 19.
वही.
17 to 20 के बीच में 19
नहीं
हो गया ना बेटा. सिमिलर था, उल्टा पूछा. 20 to 23. 23. बहुत इजी है बेटा, बहुत इजी, एकदम लॉजिकल है. इधर देखो सब. एवरीबडी हियर. आई एम होल्डिंग अ टेनिस बॉल एंड सपोज दिस हाइट इज 2 meter. राइट? I am holding it, so its kinetic energy is 0. Potential energy is 100%. Right? Now when I release it, potential energy is gradually converted into kinetic energy. And they are saying that when it strikes the ground, 50% of the energy is lost. That means the ground must have absorbed 50%. तो अभी बाकी बचा 50%. तो मैं काइनेटिक एनर्जी को पोटेंशियल एनर्जी लिख सकता हूँ और पोटेंशियल एनर्जी को भी काइनेटिक एनर्जी लिख सकता हूँ. When one kind of energy disappears, other kind of energy reappears. So as per the question number please. As per the question, do you agree with me? New potential energy is 50% of old potential energy. Right? So mgh2 should be half of mgh1. That means the new height attained by the ball should be half of old. Right? That means if I had dropped it from 4 meters, it will strike the ground, it will bounce back up to 2. Strike the ground, 1. Strike the ground, half. So it will be exponentially decaying graph. 2 का 1, 1 का half, half का 1/4, 1/4 का 1/8. Got it? Something like half-life period, radioactivity. 17 to 23 done.
So, 21.
Sorry?
21.
21. Very good question. Logical है बेटा. When a soldier is firing a bullet from the rifle, you must have seen that the soldier never keeps the rifle like this. Always, because to every action there is equal and opposite reaction. This is called law of conservation of momentum. आज ही करवाने वाला होता है, right? Which says that mass of the bullet into velocity of the bullet should be equal to mass of the rifle into velocity of the rifle. So the velocity with which the bullet goes is called muzzle velocity. You need not write it right now because anyways I am going to make you write this. And the velocity with which the rifle feels the jerk, back jerk, that is called recoil velocity. So over here, the momentum is conserved, but the kinetic energy cannot be conserved. Common sense apply karo beta. Mass of the bullet, according to question number please.
21.
Okay, according to law of conservation of momentum, according to law of conservation of momentum, P should remain constant. P should remain constant. That means the product of mass and velocity should remain constant. So we say mass of the bullet into velocity of the bullet is mass of the rifle into velocity of the rifle. Right? अभी common sense apply करो. Mass of the bullet is much less than mass of the rifle. That means velocity with which the bullet goes is much greater than velocity of the rifle. Right? तो अगर एक कम है तो दूसरा ज्यादा है तो बैलेंस हो जाता है. My question to you is, will this happen even for kinetic energy or no?
Power of velocity is different.
Brilliant, brilliant. Power is different. यहाँ पे बेटा m का पावर 1 है और v का पावर भी 1 है. इसलिए मोमेंटम कांस्टेंट हुआ. But kinetic energy will not be constant. क्या लग रहा है किसका काइनेटिक एनर्जी ज्यादा होगा? बुलेट का कि राइफल का? बुलेट का कि राइफल का? रीजन, now it is m into v square. So who is the dominating factor out of mass and velocity? Velocity. Is that clear? So was a brilliant question. Momentum is conserved, but kinetic energy is not. Anybody? 26th question. Anybody? 26th. Anything between 28 to 31. Anything between 28 to 31. 33. Sure? 62 to 65. अभी बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को बेटा 62 में डाउट था कि सर आपने बोला था कि वो ओपन कब है, लेकिन क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़ो. उन्होंने बोला है कि आप लोगों को वर्क डन ढूंढना है अप टू 8 सेकेंड्स. मतलब ये मेरा ग्राफ इधर 8th सेकेंड पे खत्म हो रहा है और ये मुझे इंक्लूड करना है. ये उन्होंने बोला है कि ये मुझे इंक्लूड करना है. नाउ अप्लाई कॉमन सेंस. दिस इज 1/4 ऑफ अ साइकिल. This is also 1/4 of a cycle, and this is half of a cycle. Correct? So whatever work is done here is nullified by this and this. That means my answer is 0. My answer is 0.
So sir, if limits wouldn't have been provided.
Limits would not have been provided, then you will not take this open wala graph. Yes. तो फिर नहीं ले सकते. 66 पे अच्छे से अच्छे स्टूडेंट का कैलकुलेशन मिस्टेक होगा. मैंने बार-बार बोला था इससे ज्यादा सिंपल क्वेश्चन दिखता है तो डाउट योर डेस्टिनी. 66 क्वेश्चन में कितने लोगों को आंसर 20 चुना है? 20. योर मिस्टेक. यू हैव टेकन फ्रॉम 0 to 5. क्वेश्चन में बोला है 1 to 5. मतलब 0 to 1 का जो ट्रायंगुलर एरिया वो नहीं लेना था. इसलिए मैं बार बार बोलता हूँ बेटा, ऐसे क्वेश्चन जब स्टूडेंट देखता है एकदम खुश हो जाता है, वाह एरिया ऑफ ट्रायंगल, एरिया ऑफ स्क्वायर, एरिया ऑफ ट्रेपेजियम सब ऐड कर देता है। क्वेश्चन ध्यान से पढ़ो, इट वाज फ्रॉम 1 to 5। 20 जूल के ब्रैकेट में लिख के रखो इफ 0 to 5। 20 जूल के ब्रैकेट में लिख के रखो इफ 0 to 5। द क्वेश्चन वाज 1 to 5, आंसर 15 जुलाई। सॉल्व करके दो, क्या आ गया? जिनको 20 जूल आया था मिस्टेक समझा? 67 to 69 में कोई डाउट? 67 to 69 चलो बेटा 71 to 76 में कोई डाउट? 71 to 76 श्योर? 78 up. Now we are going back to theory. Check this. Oh, anybody? 70. A 60 kilogram man runs up the staircase in 12 seconds, whereas a 50 kilogram man runs up the same staircase in 11. मतलब height covered by दोनों same. Simple है बेटा. Power is work upon time, right? It can be written as mgh upon time. That means power is directly proportional to mass of the man and inversely proportional to time taken by the man. So power 1 upon power 2 should be mass 1 upon mass 2 into time 2 upon time 1. तूने शायद से टाइम दिया होगा, समझा? Okay students, we are going back to theory pages now. Page number 1 to 3 done, 4 still on hold, 5 6 done, 7 first paragraph को छोड़ दो, सब कुछ on hold, no problem. Potential energy on hold. Page number 8, except article C, everything on hold. तो पेज नंबर 8 को भी पेंसिल से सर्कल करके रखो, इट इज ऑन होल्ड. पेज नंबर 9, super simple. I'm going to do this on Friday. It will take hardly 5 minutes. But usually it goes with law of conservation of momentum. So page number 9 pencil से circle करो, on hold. Page number 10, upper half on hold because it is continuation of equilibrium. Upper half on hold. Are we on page number 10? Lower half now. One by one. In certain articles you don't need me at all because you have done this in school. What is the meaning of mechanical energy? Is it kinetic energy plus potential energy? And do we say that according to law of conservation of energy, energy cannot be created nor be destroyed, however it can be converted from one form to another? So back to back 2 articles you already know. Please go through. Go through mechanical energy, go through law of conservation of energy, and then put a tick mark on them. Done. Then put a tick mark on them. Done. Yes, easy. Now comes law of conservation of mechanical energy. ये तो बेटा भर भर के यूज किया था हम लोगों ने वर्टिकल सर्कल में, याद करो. याद करो, जब हम लोग कोई प्रॉब्लम में अटक जाते तो हम लोग क्या बोलते थे? लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ एनर्जी विल ऑलवेज हेल्प यू. काइनेटिक एनर्जी एट वन लोकेशन प्लस पोटेंशियल एनर्जी एट दैट लोकेशन is kinetic energy at other location plus potential energy at that location. Right? KE1 plus PE1 is KE2 plus PE2, where 1 and 2 are positions. Done. Now comes something very very important. और इधर बेटा मैं जितना भी लिखूंगा ना, ये आप लोग कॉपी करोगे विदाउट फेल. कहाँ पे कॉपी करोगे? आई विल टेल यू. रीजन, यू आर कमिंग फ्रॉम डिफरेंट बोर्ड्स. अब एसएससी वाला बोलेगा ये हमको हुआ था, आईसीएसई वाला बोलेगा हमको नहीं हुआ था, तो वो सब पंगा होता है. एंड यू आर इन डिफरेंट बोर्ड्स, तो मुझे वो चांस नहीं देना है कि कुछ स्टूडेंट्स को मालूम है कुछ को नहीं मालूम है, दे आर टेकिंग इट फॉर ग्रांटेड. सो व्हेन आई डिस्कस एवरीथिंग ऑन द बोर्ड, यू आर गोइंग टू कॉपी दैट पार्ट हियर. वेरी सिंपल बट एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरीली इंपॉर्टेंट. राइट? सो बुक्स एकदम बंद बेटा, बुक्स एकदम बंद. फर्स्ट इज लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ऑफ momentum. Very 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 important article. Law of conservation of momentum. When I don't mention the type, The word momentum means linear momentum. Remember, in the chapter vectors, we did one equation. L vector is R vector cross P vector. So who is this?
Linear momentum.
Linear momentum. This is angular. This is linear momentum mv, and this is angular momentum. याद करो मैंने इसका एग्जांपल क्या दिया था? What was the difference between linear momentum and angular momentum? Example was this. ये मैंने मारा इसे, मतलब ये बॉडी छोड़ दिया मैंने. So is it mv? Right? But अब ये मैंने ऐसे मारा. Yes or no? मतलब ये बॉडी छोड़ा नहीं है मैंने. So it is mv into r. Correct? Example 1. Example 2. Are you getting my point? So are you getting the difference between mv and mvr? Most important, if they don't mention the word, whether they are talking about linear momentum or angular momentum, then by default they are talking about linear momentum. Henceforth, I am going to use the short form throughout. Law of conservation of momentum. When I solve problems or when I discuss theory, I will use this. Right? Now, before we start with this, very simple background. The first article is Newton's first law and Newton's second law, and then Newton's third law. स्कूल में तुम लोग ये आर्टिकल रट्टा मारते थे. बैकग्राउंड मालूम नहीं था, बस न्यूटन के 3 लॉ लिख के आओ. What was Newton's first law? Unless and until the body is acted upon by some external unbalanced force, if the body is at rest, it remains at rest, and if it is moving, it continues to do so in the same direction with same velocity. First law. Second law. Force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum, and it takes place in the direction of the force. Now, in reality, Newton suggested second law first. In reality, Newton suggested second law first, and then when he solved it, he got the result of the first law. But by that time, first law was so popular that he had to change the sequence. It is something like this. Sunil, ये book की Xerox लेके आना. Xerox is the wrong word. Actual word is photocopy. Xerox is the name of the company. But the company was so famous, कि लोग उसको Xerox बोले. It is something like, तुझे कीबोर्ड बजाना आता है क्या? Keyboard is the wrong word. The correct word is synthesizer. The correct word is piano. The correct word is it's not keyboard. Keyboard तो इसमें भी होता है. Sometimes they say तुझे Casio बजाना आता है. Casio is the name of the company. Casio makes calculator also. तो तुझे calculator बजाना आता है. क्या nonsense है? Moral of the story. Moral of the story. Newton suggested second law first. Now in sequence I will write and then I will prove how the first law was derived from second law. The second law. What is the first law? According to Newton's first law, unless and until the body is acted upon by some external unbalanced force, if the body is at rest, it remains at rest, and if the body is moving, it continues to do so in the same direction with same velocity. Example. ये बुक यहाँ पे पढ़ा है. मैं इसको सालों तक फोर्स अप्लाई नहीं कर रहा हूँ, तो उधर ही पड़ा रहेगा. Because I did not apply any external force. So if the body was at rest, it remains at rest. This is called inertia of rest. This is called inertia of rest. Another example. ये फैन चालू है, मैं भूल गया, लेक्चर खत्म हो गया, ऑफिस बंद करके चला गया, स्विच बंद नहीं किया मैंने, तो कल भी जब आओगे ये चालू ही होगा. Another example. Earth is surrounded by different planets. Earth is in the vicinity of sun also. Earth is in the vicinity of moon also. That means there are multiple forces acting on Earth. Right? But the net force should be zero. That is called equilibrium condition. That is the reason. Because there is no other external unbalanced force. Law क्या बोलता है? If unbalanced force is not working, balanced forces according to Laplace theorem they will nullify each other. Net force at a point will be zero. So because the net force is zero on Earth, so with whatever velocity Earth is moving on the sun, it will maintain that. That's the reason it takes 1 year to complete one revolution on the sun. Though the orbit is not exactly circular, it is elliptical. During one part of the year, during one part of the year, Earth is closest to sun, and during one part of the year, Earth is farthest from sun. Right? So when it is closest to sun, it is called perigee condition, and when it is farthest from sun, it is called apogee condition. P for pass, A for away. Is that clear? ये डिस्टेंस कम है, इसलिए इसका वेलोसिटी अर्थ का ज्यादा होता है वो टाइम, और ये डिस्टेंस ज्यादा है इसलिए उसका वेलोसिटी कम होता है. Is that clear? अच्छे से समझा? So this is first law. Now what was second law, and how from the proof of second law the first law came? Newton's second law. Newton's second law, what was it? Force is directly proportional to rate of change of momentum, and it takes place in the direction of the force. So when I solve this, F is equal to some constant of proportionality times dp by dt. Yes or no? Removing k is very simple. K को जब भी उड़ाना है, it is very simple. बाकी सबको 1 बोल दो. If the force applied on the body is 1 Newton, ना, creating the change in momentum is 1 kilogram meter per second in the time 1 second, then can I say k is 1? And because k is 1, I need not write this because everything into 1 is shut up the same. Yes or no? Therefore can I say k is 1, and therefore can I say F is equal to dp by dt. Newton suggested this first, and now see how beautifully he explains the first one. If then if force is 0, by default dp by dt is 0. अभी स्कूल में तो नहीं मालूम था ना कि इसको डेरिवेटिव बोलते हैं. अब हम बड़े हो गए, मालूम है कि ये डेरिवेटिव है. Is it derivative of momentum? If derivative of something is 0, that means that thing is constant. And if that thing is constant, that means mv is constant. M anyways is constant. That means v is constant. V is constant के दो मतलब होते हैं. अगर रेस्ट पे था तो v 0 था, तो वो 0 ही रहेगा. और अगर मूविंग था तो जो स्पीड से वो मूव हो रहा था वो कांस्टेंट. So starting with the second law, prove the first. अब इसी के ऊपर से अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस आते हैं. इसके अलग अलग कॉम्बिनेशंस देखो. Is it d by dt of momentum is mass into velocity? अब इसके दो पॉसिबिलिटीज है. m कांस्टेंट है तो v वेरी हो रहा है, v कांस्टेंट है तो m वेरी हो रहा है. अब ये कौन सा केस? रॉकेट वाला. When a satellite is to be launched from Earth to a particular orbit, ये ऑर्बिट है, ये अर्थ है, मुझे यहां से रॉकेट लॉन्च करना है. हाँ, तो आई एम टेकिंग 1 stage rocket, 2 stage rocket, then a satellite. This is first stage rocket. It is fired from Earth. As per the principle, there are very hot gases inside, so they come out when the rocket is fired. Right? So to action force, there is a reaction force. तो ये कॉम्बिनेशन को एक हाइट तक लेके जाएगा. तब तक ये रॉकेट पूरा खाली हो गया. So it is detached and it is coming back to Earth. Now the second stage rocket is ignited. From there, it will take the satellite to a desired height. Then the second stage rocket also is detached. Only the satellite remains in the orbit and that will revolve around the Earth. Is that clear? So वहां पे मास चेंज होता है. अगर मास कांस्टेंट है और वेलोसिटी चेंज होता है तो ये. अगर वेलोसिटी कांस्टेंट है और मास चेंज होता है तो ये. दोनों चेंज होता है तो बीच में प्लस साइन डाल दो. Reason derivative of x and y is x as it is derivative of y plus y as it is derivative of x. तो अगर बेटा दोनों चेंज हो रहे हैं तो बीच में प्लस साइन डालो. Are you getting this? Look at the further story of force. Is it not that famous equation ma? That means force is mass into acceleration. आगे देखो. Can I say force is mass into first kinematical equation? So that gives me Ft is mv minus mu. Very good. Very large force acting for a very small time is called impulse. Yes or no? Example, you are playing the game of cricket. You are hitting the ball very hard, but the ball is in contact with the bat for fraction of a second. So can I say this is nothing but impulse? It is a vector. This is nothing but final momentum, and this is nothing but initial momentum. So what is the meaning of impulse?
Change.
Change in moment. Yes or no? Impulse is change in momentum. ये समझा? एकदम अच्छे से समझा? Right? That means this is the equation of impulse. Right? Now comes law of conservation of momentum for rifle bullet question. For rifle bullet question. And here we say that mass of the rifle into velocity of the rifle is mass of the bullet into velocity of the bullet. यहाँ पे mass बहुत कम है. That's why the velocity with which the bullet is gone is very high. यहाँ पे mass बहुत ज़्यादा है. Therefore the velocity with which it feels back jerk is less. When you are holding revolver also, right? And when you are just suppose in police or something and you are taking a training, you have to hold it very properly, right? Because when you fire the bullet, the back jerk is going to come, right? If you are not holding it at proper angle, right? Your target is somebody on the ground floor, and somebody on the first floor is dying. Hold it very properly. Once you are confident that with one hand you can fire the bullet, right? Because then, suppose this is the aim, then I have to hold this revolver little down like this. Because of the back jerk, anyways it is going to come at this end. This velocity with which the rifle comes back is called recoil velocity of the rifle. Recoil velocity. And this velocity with which the bullet is fired is called muzzle velocity. Right? So this is for rifle bullet MCQ. Mass of the bullet into velocity of the bullet is mass of the rifle into velocity of the rifle. Now comes the main one. Main one. Here, you can give multiple examples. You can give multiple examples. Suppose this is a horizontal surface, and I am giving you 2 billiard balls, or maybe I am giving you 2 coins of a carom board. Okay, or maybe these are 2 cars. Let us call this as body A. Let us call this as body B. This is moving with initial velocity u1 to the right side. This is moving with velocity u2 to the right side. Mass of this body is m1. Mass of this body is m2. This is the situation before collision. This is the situation before collision. Right? Apply common sense. If collision has to take place, then u1 has to be greater than u2. Not possible otherwise. Suppose this is the car going with 60 kilometers per hour. And if this is the car going with 50 kilometers per hour, it will not be able to go ahead at all. If both are going with 60, that means they will maintain constant distance. But if this is 60 and this is 80, then there is a chance of collision. So now suppose collision takes place. That means for fraction of a second they will come in contact with each other. Yes or no? One car is going, other car is going. Collide. That means they are not in contact, they are in contact, they are again not in contact. Right? So when they are not in contact again, that is the situation after collision. That means 1, 2. Body A, body B, body A, body B, mass 1, mass 2, velocity 1, velocity 2. Symbol change हुआ देखो बेटा. U1 and U2 are initial velocities, and V1 and V2 are final velocities. Correct? The statement of this law says, momentum before collision should be equal to momentum after collision. Momentum before collision should be equal to momentum after collision. Now what is momentum before collision? Is it m1 into u1 plus m2 into u2? Should be equal to m1 into v1 plus m2 into v2. Yes or no? ये मुझे प्रूफ करना है. ये स्टेटमेंट मुझे प्रूफ करना है. They give it in the books directly, assuming that you know this. I don't want to assume that. So I am giving you the proof. Now, can I say this is the situation after collision. And this happens at the time of impact. When they just come in contact with each other, that is called impact. That is called impact. So it is at the time of impact. At the time of impact. For example, when the nuclear bomb just strikes the ground, then at the time of impact, what is the temperature, what is the cloud, what are the nuclear radiations coming out? That is the meaning of impact. Okay, now check the proof. Do you agree with me, students? We know that impulse is equal to final momentum minus initial momentum. Here you are. We know this. I have got two bodies. For body A, what equation I will write? And for body B, what equation I will write? To begin with, for body A, I am writing the equation Ft is equal to m times v minus u. For body B, Ft is m times v minus u. Body A, mass m1, initial velocity u1, final velocity v1. So 1, 1, 1, vector, vector, vector. Likewise, body 2, vector, 2, 2, 2, vector, vector. Now the most important thing is the sign conventions. When body A collides with body B, the force exerted on body B is to the right side. What is this red arrow? Force exerted by A on B. That means this is what B experiences. According to Newton's third law,
Action.
can I say A should experience ulta? Right? Can I say A should experience ulta? पूरा का पूरा गेम बेटा ये एरोस के ऊपर है. पूरा का पूरा गेम. What is the force experienced by B? Is it red arrow?
Yeah.
Is it positive x direction? Therefore, positive. Therefore, positive. What is the meaning of red arrow in the diagram? Positive x-axis ki negative x-axis?
Positive.
What about body A?
Negative.
समझा? Short. Now this is Ft, but this is minus Ft. Right? What if I write this equation like this? Therefore, Ft is equal to m1 u1 minus v1. Yes or no? Yes or no? Now I can say left hand sides of equation 1 and 2 are same. Now I can say after applying the sign conventions. Right? इसका मतलब बेटा अगर आपने ये प्लस माइनस नहीं लिया होता ना तो आपका आंसर रॉन्ग आना था. Right? This is minus, this is plus. Understood why? That is the main thing. So when you write this proof, and if you can use two different colors, please do that because ये sign ही main है. Comparing 1 and 2, what will I get? Comparing 1 and 2, what will I get? Left hand sides are same, so right hand sides must be same. So m1 u1 minus v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus u2. Open the bracket. So this gives me m1 u1 minus m1 v1 is equal to m2 v2 minus m2 u2. m2 u2 इधर लेके आओ, m1 v1 उधर लेके जाओ. Therefore got it? First law समझा? Second law समझा? Originally it was the second law which was solved. You got first law. Different size of writing force. It is rate of change of momentum. Or else it is mass into acceleration. Or else it is m into acceleration. Or else it is expressed in terms of impulse. Impulse is change in momentum. Finally, if m and v both are variables, then derivative of momentum is m dv by dt plus v dm by dt. Got it? And thereafter, law of conservation of momentum for two colliding bodies. So remember, momentum is always conserved. Kinetic energy may be conserved, may not be conserved. When we start with the article collisions, there are three types. One is perfectly elastic collision. Next is partially elastic or just inelastic. Another is perfectly inelastic. Perfectly elastic means what? इसमें क्या होता है? सपोज ये दोनों बॉल्स है और दोनों का मास सेम है 100 ग्राम, बिलियर्ड बॉल्स फॉर एग्जांपल, राइट? इसका वेलोसिटी 10 है, इसका वेलोसिटी 5 है, इसका 10, इसका 5. हाँ, ध्यान से देखो अभी क्या होने वाला. आफ्टर कोलाइडिंग this becomes 5, this becomes 10. That means the velocities are exactly interchange if masses are same. I repeat, 10, 5, 10, 5, 5, 10. This happens in perfectly elastic collision. Perfectly inelastic means what?
Velocity
चिपक के साथ में जाएंगे. Okay? Different examples. Truck at rest. Bike colliding. Bike at rest. Truck colliding. Right? Two cars of same mass is colliding. Right? Car at rest. Truck coming, taking car along with you. They are going with common velocity. So ये सारे examples में बेटा एक बात हमेशा रहेगी. Momentum will always be constant. Kinetic energy may be constant, may not be constant. If it is constant, then it is perfectly elastic. If it is not, then it is perfectly inelastic or partially inelastic. Logic समझा बेटा? यहाँ से लेके यहाँ तक मैंने जो भी लिखा है सब आप लोगों ने कॉपी करना है पेज नंबर 0 पे. Okay? हाँ, पेज नंबर 0 because this is 1. If you write it here, it will be -1. So anyway, guys, stop here. Write this ईमानदारी. पूरा लिखना है. इसमें भी तू डिस्काउंट मांगेगा. कौन बोला ये पूरा लिखना है? एक मिनट. स्टॉप किया? हाँ. Students, this is the homework for the next lecture. हाँ, ये मैं पेरेंट्स के ग्रुप पे भेज रहा हूँ, राइट? लेकिन ये हो जाने के बाद इसको भी जरा नोट डाउन करो. और ये क्वेश्चंस नहीं करना है, वापिस बोलता हूँ, नहीं तो डिप्रेशन आएगा. भारत माता मुझे कुछ नहीं आता.